And we're live. Hi everyone, hi, I'm ALL the Cryptic Hybrid. Welcome to today's live stream. It's Tuesday, I'm sure it's Tuesday. Yes, it's Tuesday, November 28th, 2017, and I'm going to play a bit more of Just One Line. Now, if you don't know, Just One Line is a text-based fantasy role-playing game where you control this character, you create a character, and you have to guide him or her through all sorts of adventures. And what for the most part your thing would be to equip your character, to choose what missions he or she does and what your character does during those missions. And if everything goes well, then you'll create a hero. If things go bad, then you'll get a nice tombstone and you'll get to start with a new character all over again. So I'm going to continue the game that I played last time, but I'm going to retire my character, because that's something that you can do. You can retire your character. See retirement. When you retire your adventure, the game confirms the races and backgrounds unlocks for those currently in the stash. So the idea is that the more you play, hi Blackturn, hello. The more you play, the more things you unlock. So for example, what I've unlocked is a new race, the Dwarf, and I also unlocked I think a couple of backgrounds that give me some bonuses. This is a human character, but I'm going to retire him, and then I'm going to make a dwarf, my first dwarf character, and we'll see. I'm going to make him a dwarf mage or something. I'm going to change it up a little bit. So yes, see this one, I completed 11 quests with this character, damage dealt, damage received in fight, alcoholic drink 0, I have not drank at all, and yeah, let's retire. Okay. No, okay, I am the one. Retirement, oh no, the human. Okay, choose title, legend, heartbreaker, frugal, and I'm going to retire him, and we're gonna go and make a new character. This time, oh, I have an elf too. Oh wait, no, I can't make an elf, see, it's locked, but I can make a dwarf. There's also orc, but I haven't unlocked the orc. Hello Vichu, hello. So I'm gonna make a dwarf. I'm gonna make a dwarf lady. Okay, this is how a lady dwarf looks like. Alright, that's, never mind, that's weird. We're gonna make her a little bit more dark skinned. She's not gonna be blonde though. Let's change the color. Okay, let's see, how would the dwarf woman look like? I'm pretty okay. I uploaded a video earlier today, so if you wanna see upcoming point-and-click adventure game about Edgar Allan Poe, then check out the channel. This looks pretty bad. Like this, like a kind of like a grandma dwarf. That's height shaming. Well, they're dwarves. What can I do? Let's see. Commoner. Let's see. So can I make her locked? I can make her a cleric. I can make her a cleric or hound, +1 cunning. They can hunt deer, related power, related attribute power. So this is power, wit, and cunning. These are the 3 attributes of your characters, and they can increase. Wait, temple. This one. Okay, this one. This is what I'm gonna get. It uses interaction that requires memory, logic, or magic. Okay. So I'm going to make a dwarf cleric, basically, and dwarf cleric, and I'm gonna put 1 point on wit, so it's gonna be like 1 power, 2 wit, and 2 cunning. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's gonna be good. Let's start. Immersive mode. The game won't display any meta. Let's go without immersive. Actually, you know what? Let's play immersive mode. Okay, but immersive mode has less, let's say, information about the missions that you're going to get, so you don't really know how difficult the missions are. Alright, So we started, you can see my character here. Look at her, look at her. Alright. Does it have a helmet? Okay. 2 health and 2 damage. I'm going to get some armor then. Let's see. This one or this one? This one. What can I get? I can get a pad. Oh, actually no. Let's see what weapon can we get. A sickle, a magic bracelet. Ooh. Or magic bracelets. Cannot wield a shield. A wand. That's 2. A staff. Oh, that would be pretty cool. But I can't. I'm sure I can't use that. Well, I don't have the money for it either. So I can get a dagger. Or I can get magic bracelet. Magic. You know what? Let's buy the magic bracelet. So I got the magic bracelet. 1 second. Let me see the character. Oh look! Wow, those are huge bracelets. See, my attack, my damage, and my hit points increased. And now let's also get some armor. I won't have much. I can get a settler suit. Or I can get a robe, probably. Robe, yeah. Settler suit. Fashionable. This is 1, this is 3 plus 1 cunning. Is there anyone that give me... I'd rather get this wit. So I can get more... so I can do more damage. So let's buy this one. And now, my character, look! She's all dressed, 3 damage, 4 hit points, very little unfortunately, but we'll have to use our wit, or sorry, our cunning. Let's see how that goes, and yeah, let's check the missions. Ooh, fist fights in the tavern. Tequila shots for only 3 coins on Wednesdays. Trouble with bandits. Violence in the cemetery, goblin invasion, and base. Okay. So I've done most of these missions, if not all of them. Let's go for this one. The visitors have been terrorized by spine-chilling lamentations, basically a apparition. It's a ghost. The last few days, even during the day. So I can get 50 gold by that. So let's go. Let's go and get the. I know the mission. It's a ghost called Amita or something like that. You arrive at the cemetery as the sun begins to set. The massive gates are open, so you make your way through. Alright. You proceed to ground. Okay, you reach the caretaker's hut. Let's knock on the door. An old man with a crooked back opens the door. You're here for the lamentation job, am I right? He says, eyeing you. You nod. Come inside. Alright. Go inside. There's the spirit of a woman in particular that emits excruciating shrieks during the night. I've been doing this job for years, so I'm used to it, but now that she began screaming even during the daytime, she's been scaring off all the visitors. I have no intention of getting close to her. I've only been able to hear her name, Amita. See? Told you it's Amita. I'll show you the rest in which she usually appears, so you may do what you deem necessary. Ask about the chasm. It appeared a few months ago. It swallowed up the central area of the cemetery along with the old caretaker apparently. Poor guy. I'm his successor. Nobody gets close and they're right not to. Just looking at it gives me the chills, but worry not. Our bothersome spirit isn't in that area, says the old man smiling. Okay, let's go for the spirit. Give her some relief. Let's see. Give her some relief with your powers. Wait. There she is as usual. The caretaker walks you to the door and shows you the way to the mausoleum and then waves you off. You make your way towards your destination and arrive a few minutes later. On the mausoleum stairs sits an ethereal figure, slightly luminescent and despairing. Give him some relief with your powers. Let's see what that happens. What that does. You recite a formula to alleviate this poor spirit's suffering, which, spoiler, it's not a very poor spirit. But nothing happens. This leaves you puzzled. Harmless spirits should immediately calm down. Might her sorrow be too much? The wraith stops lamenting for a moment, just enough time to look at you, then goes back to its despair, diverting its gaze. So see, she's not a good spirit. She's not a harmless spirit, that's the point. Ask who she is. My name is Amita. I'm an unlucky, no you're not, woman who has lost her loved one. I cannot find his spirit. She looks like a woman past her youth with long curly hair that falls onto her chest. What the problem? What's the problem? Well, she can't find her loved one. He died some time ago and we promised to find each other in the afterlife. She's lying. She is lying, by the way. But his remains must be too far away. I cannot find them. Okay, what do you want me to do? Find his remains and bring them to the ossuary. This way we'll finally be close and I'll be able to find them. His name is Gent. Okay, so let's find Gent. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Done already? Asked the old man, amazed. You explained the spirit's request and the caretaker has no objections. Nobody will get angry if we move a pile of bones. Follow me, let's find out where this Gent is buried. The caretaker leads you towards a small closet where he has all the porn he stashes. There are huge tomes on the top shelves high up on the walls. These are the cemetery logbooks. All of our guests are written down here, he says, giggling. In a corner you notice a broken glass case, the pieces still scattered on the floor. So let's ask about the broken glass case. That? Oh, I don't know. It was like that when I came here. And no, those pieces of glass on the floor aren't bugging anyone. They don't pay me to clean up this place. I'm just a guardian, he says, good naturally. Naturally? That's a word? I guess that's a word, right? Naturally? I guess that's a word. Let's see. The caretaker gets close to one of the shelves and takes an old dusty tome. He places it on the table in the middle of the room and starts searching. Please sit down. It'll take a while to find it. Having just the name, you sit and patiently wait. Meanwhile, you look around and browse through the big tomes that surround you. There are pages and pages of names and stories. Keep waiting. Stabbed. Oh, okay, so his tomb is in the outskirts of the cemetery. Nice. So let's examine. Okay, so we go to. You quickly find the property of Gent's family. So basically, it's like an area of the cemetery with only members of this family. A small piece of land enclosed by an elaborate fence. Various tombstones fill the ground, some of which with little sculptures on it, others with a slab or rock placed horizontally to protect the coffin below. Divided by death, united by it. J and L. Okay, let's help the caretaker. Together you manage to move aside the massive slab that encloses Gent's tomb. What you find surprises you. No coffin, just an empty hole. Someone stole the remains. The caretaker is speechless and moves his lantern a bit closer to shed some light. You see a large opening on one of the sides which looks like the entrance to a tunnel. Now I understand, the old man intimidates you with a solemn tone. It has to be the ghouls' handiwork. Those bone gnawers took some more bodies. Alright. Ask where they've taken Gent's remains. I'm almost certain they have an underground hideout. I haven't seen one in a long time, but the bodies keep disappearing. You gaze upon the empty tomb a little longer. What do you intend to do? So I can either place a trap, which is something that I did the last time I played with the human, or I can drop in the hole and venture to the tunnel. So let's do that. You tell the caretaker to go home. You go down the tunnel and find the ghoul that plundered Gent's remains, after which you'll return to him. The old man seems a little worried but doesn't insist. After all, you are the adventurer, obviously, see? He slowly vanishes as you light a torch and begin wandering through the tunnel. After a little while, you see some light in front of you. You must be close to the ghouls. You take a peek around the corner and spot two skeletal figures muttering between themselves. They're in some sort of excavated room in the ground from which spread several passages. You see some coffins stacked all around them, scarcely illuminated by some candles in the corner of the room. Gent's coffin is probably one of those. So let's see, we either face them head on or wait for the right moment. Let's wait for the right moment, because, you know, I'm just a dwarf. I'm just a dwarf. You wait patiently for an opportunity which doesn't take long to arrive. One of the ghouls wanders off while the other one begins poking around one of the coffins, facing away from you. So let's capture it. You leave your hiding place and swoop towards the undead. You grab it firmly, and while it wriggles, I guess. You ordered it to tell you where Gent's body is. The ghoul is frightened and while shaking indicates a row of coughing against the wall. Alright, let's knock it out. You hit the undead's head to knock it out, but nothing happens. You try again, but apart groaning from the pain, still nothing. Great. You try once more with a little more strength, but instead of losing consciousness, the ghoul begins whimpering. You begin to think that maybe the undead can't lose consciousness. Okay, let it go. Now that you have what you're looking for, you don't need this ghoul. It doesn't seem like a threat, so you let it go. It runs away in a flash as soon as it's free. You quickly inspect the coffins in the room, looking for Gent until you finally find one with his name carved on it. You open it up and make sure his remains are still there. Ghouls are greedy for bones. Afterwards, you drag it with some effort to the grave and heave it onto the surface. It's time to go back to the caretaker. So we got the bones. The caretaker is happy that you've recovered the coffin. Good. Now let's do it. Let's go to the ossuary so this story may end once and for all. Though it'll be best not to tell the family we've moved in there. Hi Tomato. Hello. I'm by. As this is not a very prestigious place. Let's investigate on Amita. Alright, let's see what there is to know about her, says the caretaker. The old man flips through the dusty tomes for quite some time, so we're not going to deliver the body just yet. Like, well, the bones, Gent's body just yet. Gent's bones just yet. You're about to lose hope when finally the old man exhalts satisfied. While he reads, his look darkens a little. This explains why she was buried in the ossuary, he says, raising his sight. She was a noble woman, but disgraced herself after committing a homicide. Tum-tum. She's a murderer. The caretaker goes quiet again as he reads the next paragraph. Oh, you'll never imagine who her victim was, he yells with his eyes wide open. None other than Gent, we exhumed. She stabbed him 12 times. By the gods, what a tragedy. Afterwards, she was imprisoned and executed, and buried here, obviously. The old man closes the book and looks at you, waiting for you to say something. So, we can either bring Gent's remains to the ossuary, you know, where Amita wanted us to deliver the bones, or, you know what, I'm going to put his remains back to the tomb. Yes, perhaps that's for the better, agrees the caretaker. You fill the gap created by the ghoul's tunnels and put the coffin in its place, then close the tomb with the stone slab. What do we do with Amita's spirit now? Will it continue to lament for eternity? Say you'll take care of Amita. Yeah, let's take care of her. I shall dispose of this wretched soul. You assure the caretaker that you'll take care of Amita. You make your way back to the mausoleum and begin calling her loudly. Suddenly, you hear her behind you asking, Have you found my Gent? I cannot sense him yet. The spirit looks at you with melancholy eyes. So we can exorcise this deceptive spirit, thwart her scheme and command her to stop tormenting the caretaker. Tell her that you know the story, try to make her repent and find peace. Let's try to exorcise the demon. You are not moved by her look and begin to recite the formula to banish her from this plane of existence. Amita swiftly alters her expression into pure hatred and begins to shriek. A strong wind suddenly raises, but you do not let it intimidate you, continuing on with your incantation. The spirit approaches, trying to grasp you, but you manage to finish the formula in time and it vanishes in a blink along with the unnatural wind. The matter has been taken care of. You receive your reward from the caretaker and return to the inn. Yes, Amita has been banished. And we got a goal for it. And we got some... Wow, nice. And I unlocked the Cleric Mastery. Nice. Okay. Cool. That is pretty cool. We unlocked a new thing. And once it's unlocked, it stays unlocked. So, Well, I already have this. Alright. See? Bonus 2 hit points. See, I got 2 extra hit points. And I hope that's gonna stay like that. I really hope it's gonna. I think it stays like that. I mean, once you unlock a bonus, it stays there, I think. It should. Okay. So let's see what the bulletin board in the tavern says. Restless spirit near the pit. It's been months now that the pit has been under careful inspection by the clerics of the temple. In the meantime, there are more and more reports of supernatural events in the area. Luckily, the brave adventurers of the rain, namely me, rush to assist the visitors and inhabitants of the area, reclaiming the restive dead, and in so making our reign ever more safe. Oh, lovely. Alright, let's see if I can... I can't buy anything with this cash. I do not have enough cash. Yeah. So we're gonna have to wait until we get more cash. Let's see. Fight in the tavern, trouble with the bandits. So this one is not urgent. Okay, only this one's urgent, I guess. Rascals and delinquents have been amassing in my tavern. Okay, so we have to break the fight. So let's accept. And we can get 50 more gold. And I do believe I know how to beat the dwarf there. A small crowd of yokels and scoundrels is gathered in the center of the inn. They've apparently knocked over tables and stools to make room for the 2 men brawling in the middle. They're making a mess. All around them, all sorts of people are cheering for one or the other, betting, rudely and annoyingly cursing and burping. The 2 men lying down try to recover from what seems to have been a sound beating on the ring. Alright, let's see what we do. Let's intervene peacefully between the stonecutter middle-aged dwarf and the young pale-skinned boy that he's fighting. You make your way through the crowd, emanating a dazzling blue gleam from your hands and eyes. Everyone understands that you're one of the clerics from the temple. The mob falls silent and recomposes. The stonecutter kneels in sight of respect while the boy furtively and quickly makes his way out of the tavern. Something must have frightened him. Let's follow the boy. You follow him outside the tavern. You see him head left towards some fisherman's hut. You manage to stop him in an alley. He seems really nervous. So he was fighting the dwarf, but he only ran away after he saw us, which is suspicious. Very, very suspicious. You recognize the boy. It's Gavin, a young temple initiate. The saints have already severely appealed to him in the past due to his lack of discipline and reluctance to comply to the sacred vows. The boy begins to cry, saying he let himself get dragged into the atmosphere and that it won't happen again. Right. He knows that it is forbidden by the sacred order to get drunk, break out fights and have disrespectful behavior, not to mention bets and gambling. So let's see. Let's convince him to confess his sins to the sacred order. The boy is quite nervous, eyes filled with tears. What? I lost some stuff. Wait, a terrible thought crosses his mind and he grabs a large wooden board and hits you on the head with brute force. Quite some time goes by before waking up. The boy is gone, most likely left you for dead. Wow. That's really crap. See? -1 wit. Jesus. He returns to the center of the inn, thoughtful of what to do. Now let's speak to the dwarf that was in the fight now. So the boy just hit us. Bastard. You are eager to hear the stonecutter's story. You approach him. Ask why a respectable dwarf like him has been creating chaos in the village tavern the past few days. My daughter should marry one of us, answers the sobbing stonecutter. Let's see. Ask what her daughter has to do with the tavern brawls. The dwarf bluntly says that he wanted to give a lesson to the long-legged son of a guns he met in the inn. His daughter wants to marry someone who belongs to the tall races, and he can't accept that. Only a dwarf, possibly a noble stonecutter, is worthy of my daughter. Let's see. Threaten to tell everything to the king of the stonecutters. By the ancestors, no! Here, take my coins, but let's forget about this matter. I'm a well-respected dwarf and an exemplary stonecutter. Alright, give me the money and I'll let you go. You return to the center of the inn, thoughtful on what to do. Well, I've done my duty here, I can get my reward. You get close to the counter and the innkeeper timidly pops out of his hiding place. He's very happy that you solved the problem. Yay! And wholeheartedly shakes your hand. Nice. So we got some... Wow, we got 70 gold. So I got 20 gold from the dwarf and 50 from the innkeeper. Nice. That is pretty good. Mission accomplished. But that boy really needs to get his ass kicked. So now I have... Let's see, so I have 135, maybe I can buy a little something. I could buy a wand, I guess, maybe. 145, I can buy this one. Oh, look at it. Oh, it's lovely. Nice. Oh, look at that, look how cool it is. Nice. So 1 power, 4 wit and 3 cunning. Nice. So I don't do a lot of damage, but you know, still good. Alright, our beloved little horn innkeeper can finally rest easy as his premises have been cleared of the scum. Okay, so we finished that mission. Let's see what then. Okay, gold are 120. Gold spent in armory 220. I literally spent all the gold that I had. I really want to get a better weapon. So I have the magic bracelet. And if I get... Wow, the staff would be awesome. One staff, or let's see, whip. Yeah, that's expensive. Brass knuckles, I don't think that's for me though. So this is... Alright. This one will be cool. 3 damage, or this one. Wow, look at that, nice. Spellbooks 500, so expensive. Alright, let's do another mission. Unarranged marriage. Okay, so that's the marriage of the dwarfs. Goblin invasion. Let's do this one, the unarranged marriage. So let's try to help the dwarf. Cause that's good money. That is really good money. 200. So basically the idea is that this dwarf has a daughter and his daughter wants to marry a long-legged one. Alright, so we'll try to go into the oh, okay, so we're going to the dwarven village. Or city, underground fortress, however you call it. Adventurer, come here. You do as he bids. So this is the dwarf from the tavern. You fall with some difficulty, a little breathless behind the dwarf, who's light and agile over the stone. Ask for information about your task. With resignation, he explains the situation to you. We, the stonecutters, pass on wealth from generation to generation. On the wedding day, as has been in the tradition for centuries, The bridegroom receives a coffer filled to the brim with gold and jewels. For this reason, stonecutters want their sons and daughters to marry other dwarfs, preferably from the Stonecutters Guild, so you can receive greater wealth in return. Or ask him why he hasn't tried to find out whom his daughter fancies for himself. The dwarf replies that he has no intention of letting his daughter find out he's investigating her. She'd be furious. You know how teens are, she cautions. He adds that his daughter must never see the two of you together, or she would suspect that he has hired you to persuade her to marry a dwarf. Okay, so I know how to persuade her not to marry the dwarf, so we'll see. Keep following the dwarf, and now we're gonna go into the square and ask around about his daughter. Let's see. Ask if he knows Tordum the Stonecutter, your employer. Tordum, you say, right? Sure, I know him. Stonecutters are well known and powerful in the city. They say the old dwarf is losing his mind. You know, he's really concerned about his daughter. He spends all night at the tavern above ground getting drunk and brawling. I mean, why does he have to go to those beanballs? Like, nobody down here knows about his troubles. He could get drunk at our own tavern. At least the beer is better. Alright, let's ask about Brenna, the actual daughter that's getting married. Or wants to get married. Oh, sweet Brenna. She used to come around the Emporium when she was a child. We always played together with her dolls. She loved them so dearly. She has grown up so much. How time flies. Ask about the latest news in the city. The gnome tells you people have been nervous lately. There's a stonemason strike, and as you've already noticed, the west entrance renovations have been suspended. He also tells you the people here are afraid of the recent violent events of the surface world. Oh really? Really? They're scared? Jesus. Okay. Also, great excitement. There's also great excitement over the live concert here tonight. Dustin Bevier, so it's not Justin Bieber, it's Dustin Bevier, one of the most famous minstrels in the realm, is performing. Let's talk about the minstrel. So basically, this guy, Dustin Bevier, has a magic flute, and he marries dwarven ladies to get the money from their families, and then he splits. Basically, that's the problem. So that's what we have to deal with. Let's see. Let's go to the market, and let's see. Ask if they know something about the minstrel coming to town. The three answer, that elf has driven all the girls in the realm mad, especially the young stonecutters. Yeah, because they have parents with a lot of money. They believe there's a scam perpetrated against the richest families. The elf, Dustin Bevier, after marrying the young women and taking the treasure as given in stonecutter custom, runs away and never comes back. So he's a scammer, he's a con artist. This already happened to many other families. The stonecutters are furious. Ask if the minstrel is actually that good. Contrary to what you think, the minstrel is a terrible player. People despise his music. That isn't unusual, but the way women worship him is. He's not even particularly handsome. Rumor has it that he has a magic musical instrument which can charm any woman with few notes. It's a magic lute. The three sellers talk over each other excitedly. Ask about the lute. The three merchants can't say anything about the lute. They suggest to go to another seller down the road, an expert regarding musical instruments, especially exotic ones. Let's ask about Brenna. She's the daughter of an honorable stonecutter, and she often comes to the market to buy some meat from him. Rumor has it her father is really worried about his wealth. Well, yeah. Let's see. Let's just go back to Torum's house and tell him that, you know, Dustin Bevier has a magic lute, and that's why his daughter has fallen for him. Let's see. Tell him what you discovered about the minstrel. She has a crush on an elf? I knew it, those beanpoles. You can never trust them. He will never get his hands on my gold. The dwarf bellows, grumbles, and swears for a while. When he's calmer, he advises you to go to the town hall and talk with other stonecutter families, or with the loot seller down the old road near the square with the ancient statue. Okay. He tells you to hurry up. You're going to face the tall beam before the concert begins. He doesn't want him to get away unpunished. So, okay, the concert is tonight. So let's see. Let's tell him about the magic loot. Thornton is horrified. His daughter has been bewitched by some scoundrel's magic. I knew he sucked as a musician, says the dwarf, emphasizing each letter with his fists on the desk. Then, smoothing his bushy beard, he says, take these earplugs so you don't have to fear that wretched fiddler's bloody notes. I use them during my afternoon nap. My daughter often sings so loud I can't sleep. Okay. Well, I can either talk to Brenna, or I can just, go to the square. I'm going to go to the square because in my previous playthrough I talked to Brenna, and that was fine and dandy, and if I had any money I could have bought her something from the market, a doll from the market to give to her, but that's not the case. Let's first go to City Hall and tell the stonecutters. You see, okay, tell the stonecutters about the minstrel, about Dustin Bevere, and rally them on my side against them, against the elf. You find a fierce crowd of stonecutter dwarfs arguing with the prefect, like the mayor or something. They're complaining about the stonemason strike, demanding that he do something to fix the situation. Two guards try and invade to push back the crowd. You make your way through the mob, trying to reach the front of the line, because I must speak. Maybe you could obtain the help from the prefect, whatever, or the crowd for your quest. Let's talk to the stonecutters, because they're the people who've actually been tricked before and lost a lot of their fortune. You manage to get to the dwarf's attention and explain your situation. Unfortunately, he doesn't seem to be interested in your problems. Your reputation with the guild isn't enough for him to even consider it. He listens to you a little bit longer, then he tells you to leave. He can't waste his time on you. He has more important things to discuss with the prefect. Okay, so then let's talk to the whatever, this guy. You explain to him about the famous minstrel performing in town and his scheme to fool the wealthy families. The prefect takes the situation to heart. He replies that he's going to get to the theater as soon as possible and confront the con artist. He will gather the guards before he joins you. Yes, yes, I have the guards on my side. Alright, and now we go to the theater. It's late, the concert is about to start. You easily elude the minstrel's bodyguards. The huge orc is sleeping, wearing a coat with the elf's big face painted on it. You get inside the minstrel's changing room through a curtain covering the entrance. Without making a sound, you hide yourself behind some boxes and stage costumes left over from the previous show. Dustin's back is towards you as he sings to himself. He's really off-key. He hasn't realized you're there. You spy the loot tucked inside a precious leather case with silver embroidery placed atop a stool. I can either get the loot or confront the minstrel. Let's confront him first. All of a sudden, Dustin turns around. He's surprised to see you there. He calls out loudly to his orc henchman, who charges in the room after a few seconds, rubbing his eyes. The guard pulls out a large knife and attacks you. In the general chaos, the minstrel manages to grab his loot. Dustin immediately starts to play random notes. At first, the music is muddled, but then a sweet melody fills the room. You feel completely lost in those notes. A gentle spring wind, a sweet scent. See, he's trying to, get me under his spell. Dustin's blonde locks, his eyes, his charming smile. But fortunately, we have a counter to that. We have the earplugs. So let's put them on. All of a sudden, the sweet sensation stops and you rapidly recover. Thank you, earplugs. To the minstrel's great surprise, his music has no power over you. Dustin orders his bodyguard to handle you. Well, let's fight. Where are the guards, though? The orc henchman is... Okay, so we're gonna fight. Time to fight. So here you can see my health, my attack, and here I have one extra ability that I can use once per quest, I believe. And in my case, it's exorcism. It's another attack, basically. It's a let's say a tougher attack, a higher grade attack. So let's do the exorcism. And he's barely scratched. You ought to do better than this. Okay. Play for time, wait for the prefect and his guards. Let's try to do that. Just when things were getting worse, the prefect and his guards, armed with spears, burst into the room. Surrounded, the elf and his minions surrender, and his minion. The two are handcuffed and taken away. Nice. So the last time I played, he actually managed to run and escape. The two are handcuffed and taken away. Meanwhile, you head to the theater exit. There's a crowd of miserable girls stretching out past the theater's 3 large arched doors. In the external square, you see Tordum comforting his tearful daughter. You join them to get your reward. Brenna is in tears, her heart shattered. Yeah, she couldn't be conned, so she's sad. Tordum comforts his daughter, thanks you, and slips you a bag of coins with the reward you've agreed upon. Your quest has ended successfully. Nice. So not only did we prevented a sham marriage, and got, of course, the cash, I also made sure that he was arrested. So he'll be. I guess he'll go to jail. So that's really good, because the last time he ran away, and I'm thinking because he ran away, maybe later on I could encounter him again. But nope. His elf ass is in jail. So that was awesome. And let's see, 200 gold. Nice. Alright, that is awesome. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. The famous elf minstrel has been arrested by the guards, by the Gurads. He's been arrested by the Gurads. Who are the Gurads? No, the guards. It's the guards. He's been arrested by the guards of the Dwarven underground city just before his much anticipated concert. The city's prefect claims Dustin was using an enchanted lute to charm his female listeners and convince them to marry him and give him their dowry. The minstrel is awaiting his trial, but the evidence seems to be overwhelming. Nice. Alright, let's see if we can get anything. That's pretty cool. Too cunning. Let me see if I can get another weapon. I can get the cane. Let's see. Combat pet. Oh, look at that! I can get a. Well, I don't have the money for it, and I need the druid background for that. Wait, so what's my background exactly? My background is. Does it say? It doesn't say. Wait. It must say somewhere. Let's see. Reputation. Where is it? Factions. Does it say? Okay. The temple cleric. So that I have the cleric one. Right? I kinda wish this said something. Come on. It doesn't say anything. But that's the cleric. Okay, so what can I use as a cleric then? From the... Let's see... So I have this one, I can use this one, I guess. For the enchanters who like to risk their life in a melee fight. Cannot wield a shield. So I have this one equipped, and if I get the staff... Wow, that's a lot better. Yeah, the staff is pretty cool. I need to get that. I need to get the freaking staff, I think. I can't use this. See, the ones that are not highlighted, I can't use because I don't have the background required. So all I can use here is the dagger, and from this one, okay, I can get the wand, or I can wait to get the staff. I think I'd rather wait to get the staff because it's only 50 gold. Let's see, 250 gold, 150 gold, and nothing. A beer at the inn and my gratitude. Rats in the basement. Okay, let's try to do this. I know the mission. Maybe I can get like 50 gold from the owner. Hopefully. Hopefully. You arrive at old Rennie's house and he immediately takes you to the hatch, because he has rats in the basement. While you are both crossing the room, he mumbles to himself and keeps turning to look at you. Alright. He opens the hatch to the basement. Since you are here to help him, he would be really grateful if you could also find his cat. Bargain a reward for your services. Oh, you convince him to give you 10 coins in advance to finish the job. Nice! That's cool. It's not that much, but alright. Let's ask about the cat. He says that he has closed the poor little beast in the basement to hunt the rats, but the morning after there was no trace of it. Okay. Let's see. The basement is a mess and it's very stinky. You look for animal signs and you find a big crack in the wall behind a half-eaten piece of furniture. No traces of the cat though. Okay, so I can either close the hole, but... well, technically I got some money, but let's squeeze through the crack. You find yourself in a huge system of tunnels and now you can walk normally. The place is rather dark, but groups of glowing cave mushrooms guarantee enough visibility. You start exploring. Let's see, you find a big round cave full of rats. In the middle of it, inside a filthy nest, there's a giant rat surrounded by its brood. Let's get ready to fight. Let's fight. The swarm of rats... okay, so let's try to exorcism. They're probably not going to do anything. Oh, it did! The swarm of rats is battered. Keep striking. Nice. Alright, so now every time I use a normal attack, I'm also going to get attacked. So I'm going to lose some health. But I do 3 damage, so I'm hopeful. See? I lost 2 health, but victory is almost near. One more time. Yes! The swarm of rats has been defeated. You are victorious. Nice. On the way back you notice another small tunnel that you missed before. You get closer and see that it splits in 2. On the right side you can see a wick bluish luminescence coming, okay. On the left side you hear a meow and it's probably Rennie's cat. Let's go to get his cat, because we promised. Alright, big lantern is placed on the ground and near it there's a bulky dwarf feeding a cat. What? Wait. You go along the tunnel until you reach a crack with a weak light. You squeeze through that, and the other side of the fissure you see a wide tunnel that twists and turns for who knows how long. A big lantern is placed on the ground, and near that there's a bulky dwarf feeding a cat. You can guess from his outfit that the big pickaxe he's leaning on. He must be a miner. Oh, that's new. That hasn't happened before. The dwarf looks up and welcomes you with a big smile. Hello. How could you have come down here? This is a construction site. The access is reserved for authorized personnel. Ask about the work in progress. By King Herman's pickaxe, don't you know? Utters the miner with a surprised look on his face. The Stonecutters Guild is building a network of underground tunnels to easily reach every corner of the realm. Trade will become easier even for more isolated villages. Your king has found a very interesting proposal. Did you know tunnels are going to be traveled by automated means of transportation? Wow, I did not know that. My only task is to dig into the rock, but our best artisans are developing these wonders of technology. I have no idea how they work, but the dwarf seems to want to keep talking. He probably hasn't seen another living soul for a while. You interrupt him by saying you're here for the cat. I'm just here for the cat. Oh, you're here for little brother, right? You know, I call him little brother for... You interrupt the miner again, saying that the cat already has an owner. And the name too, probably. Well, maybe if he came down here, it's probably because he must hate his owner. He keeps me company. Look, he loves my dried salamander dices. Dices? While he talks, his eyes moisten and he crouches down to gently caress the cat. He doesn't want to split up with him. You know what? I'm going to let the dwarf keep the cat because Rennie just put the cat in the basement to fight the giant rats and then just close the door behind the cat. So let the dwarf keep the cat. I already got the gold from Rennie, so you know, and I got rid of the stuff of the rats. So the mindless gestures move you, and you don't feel like rescuing the cat. You tell him he can keep him. Rennie isn't too attached to his pet anyway. Exactly, yeah. The dwarf is radiant. Are you serious? Did you hear, brother? You can stay here with me. The miner stands up and hugs you with his powerful arms, then takes his lantern and his pickaxe and walks along the tunnel, followed by the cat. Aww, it's lovely. That is lovely. Alright, let's go back to Rennie. You come out of the basement satisfied and ready to tell the story to Rennie. Nice. Alright. Okay, so I got 10 gold. I got a little bit of gold and apparently some beer. Apparently I got some beer. Let's see what this says. The incredible discovery in the basement of a very normal house in the rain. During common extermination service, the adventurer hired by a man called Rennie discovered a system of caves and tunnels right under the old man's house. We will soon send a crew to explore, states the Tricked Witch Fellowship, always interested in discovering new caves and dungeons. That's interesting. Didn't they know that the caves and dungeons would be there? Caves and stuff? Weird. Ritual staff. Oh, I really want the staff. So this one's 250, this one's 225. But it's the same thing. Oh no, it's not the same thing. This one gives you this 2 damage to 2 hit points. And this one is 3 damage, 1 hit point. Ah, alright. I need 250. I need 250 gold. I really need that 250 gold. Wait, let's see. So what's the mission? So we have a mission with 150, a mission with 100. And let's see. I know this mission. Gin brew. Let me see. Lesser magic. Pure magic. So this, if I get this one, I'll get... My hit points will stay the same. Wait, can I get any different armor? Probably yes, right? So this is the one that I have. 2, 1, 4, 2, 2, 6. Or this one will be in the next one, I guess. Or this, not this one. Huh. So I have this one. And I would probably want to get this one. The enchanted roll, which is 300. Let me see, so what should we do? What should we do? Troubles with the bandits. Goblin invasion. A group of bandits is pestering your village with impossible demands. You know what? I think I should go for that. And... you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna get the lesser magic. Yeah. So now, see? Now I have 7 hit points, so I lost 1 hit point. But I do a lot more damage, so yeah, let's hope that that's gonna be good. Because if I can get... so I have this one, I just need like 300. I don't even need a lot, I need 300. And I can get the enchanted robe, and that will give me 2 extra health. So I'll go up to 9. Let's see. So I had this one, and now I have this one. Okay. Alright. Alright. Let's go for the trouble with the bandits. Why not? I have a lot of power now. Let's see. Let's see how the bandits will face me. You arrive to the village early in the morning. You talk to the old man, but he doesn't have any gold to offer. The Shield brothers up to the fortress up on the hills don't want to send their warriors. They say they have more urgent matters to deal with at the moment. They've protected us for years. We don't know how to defend ourselves. Don't abandon us. Cursing the old man, you leave his house thinking that you should help him anyway. Well, if he doesn't have any cash, then, you know. You take a long walk outside the village until you reach an unstable watchtower. You sit on a big rock, deep in your thoughts, when you hear the sentinels running down saying that the bandits are coming closer. Let's see. Cast a spell on the sentinels so they can reach the village more swiftly. Cast a spell on yourself so they can reach the village more swiftly and warn everybody. Wait for the bandits so you can negotiate. Let's cast a spell on the sentinels. The sentinels thank you and tell you to come as soon as possible. Then they run to the village. Let's see. Let's go back to the village and lend a hand. People run in panic. Some of them are barricaded in their homes. Others are taking their weapons. The village is in chaos. Let's see. Try to calm down the scared villagers. You cannot help them if they keep behaving like that. They listen to your speech and start acting rationally. Oh, that was fast. That's good. Alright, let's take the job without compensation. The old man is grateful to you for your noble spirit. Great, because I just wanted some cash and now I won't get anything. He entrusts you with the defense of the village. In the square, some men have taken up weapons, but they seem scared. An old man is shouting that he will win this fight on his own, waving around the stick. Others are panicking around the village. Let's see. Gather all those who can hold a weapon and motivate them with an inspired speech. Your words are reassuring. The men stop shaking and they are ready to fight ferociously. There's still time to improve the defenses. Alright, convince the old man to gather all the women and children and take them to a safe building. At first he doesn't seem to cooperate much. You convince him. Now he understands the importance of his task. Yeah. Oh man, you're going to die anyway, so just, you know, just help the women and children. So that's what you should do. Then he goes away. When he goes away, the other men become relaxed. That's good. There's no time anymore. You can see the bandits coming closer to the village. They stop as they approach the square, looking at your rank. A tattooed man with long hair steps forward. He admits to be surprised to find you ready to fight. Convince him to go away. Let's try that. Let's try convincing him. He looks at your forces for a while. He thought it would be way easier. He spits on the ground and swears. Then he leaves the village. Yes! So we scared the bandits away. Nice. The villagers praise you as a hero and manage to put together some gold to thank you for your help. I still got 50 gold. And I unlocked a new thing. Mastery Commoner. Bonus +1 to your improved attribute. Okay. So I got extra, no, okay, so that's for the commoner, but I'm not a commoner, so it doesn't matter, right? I don't think it matters. Pretty sure it doesn't matter. No, it does matter. I got bonus wit. Nice, I got 5 now. Cool. Cool. So now I have 7 damage and 7 hit points. Wow, I do a lot of damage actually. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. What do I want to get? Okay, the next thing I know, it's gonna be... let's see. Wow, this one's cool. It's gonna be the enchanted robe. Yeah. So this is 2, yeah. If I do 7 damage and I get 2 extra health... Actually, wait. Is this one... Wait, so that would be... No, I want to get that one so I can get... Yeah. I want to get the 300 one. Let's see. A brave adventurer, me, challenged the attack of a of a group of bandits near a village in the northern hills. The old chief, abandoned by the regular troops of the kingdom, entrusted the protection of his fellow villagers to the goodwill of the many adventurers who roam our lands. The hero pushed back the whole band alone, caring little for his safety. We can only hope that other heroes like him will rise in the future. Alright, let's get some let's see, Goblin Invasion. Let's wait. Huh. Alchemical supplies. Let's do this one, because I've done this one previously and I didn't have to do anything. I just had to like shut up. And it was a successful mission. And if I get the 120, oh Jesus, 120 plus let's see. Oh, I need so much cash for the enchanted robe. Oh, look how nice it is. Look how lovely it is. 300, wow. Well, let's finish this one. Let's see. Hopefully somebody's gonna be successful. I mean, trying different characters with different main attributes, it really makes things different. So it's really cool that you can replay and try not only a different race, but you know, different speciality, let's say. Your old friend Daigon warmly greets you. After some chit chat, you follow him to aid in his affairs. Ask about the new suppliers. Daigon doesn't know much about them. They discovered he was looking for some alchemical supplies, and they made him a good offer. So basically I just have to go with this guy to get some supplies and deliver them, and that's it. Let's see. And made him a very good offer. Maybe too good. That is why he asked you to come with him, and just as a precaution. Alright, talk about the good old days. I don't care about the good old days. Alright. Daigon stops talking as you reach a familiar village. The watchtower, that square. Passerby greets you with a big smile, calling you a hero. It's the village that asked you to help them against the bandits, so the village I just saved on my previous mission. You're happy to see everybody's doing great. Daigon asks you if you have been here before. Tell him what happened. You tell him you saved the village from being raided by a group of bandits. The peasants gather around you and invite you to rest at the inn for a while. You linger a little longer, then you and Daigon take to the road again. You arrive at the appointed meeting place. In a clearing before the woods, you see a small camp near a wagon. A boy and an old man are watching over the camp. They're both armed, but Daigon seems relaxed and tells you to let him do the talking. When you get closer, they ask you some questions. Daigon explains everything, but the old man doesn't seem satisfied and replies cruelly. However, the young one stays still, looking at you worriedly. Let Daigon handle the situation. Daigon explains who you are and why you're here once again. He shows them a bag full of gold for their chief. The old man seems satisfied and he lets you both through. I'm thinking maybe the young guy is the one that punched me and left me for dead. You're in the middle of a small camp. A fire burns in the center, surrounded by some tents and a wagon. You see a couple of men kicking around outside the bigger tent. You see a couple of men kicking around. Outside the bigger tent, a heavily armored orc is guarding the entrance. Daigon is sure the tent must belong to Ben, his supplier. He moves closer to it. Let Daigon do the talking. Cause yeah, I just want the gold, you know. Your friend speaks with the orc for a while, then he opens the tent and lets you inside. Man is sitting on the ground, writing in a huge book. As soon as you enter, he closes the book and invites you both to sit down. Okay, sit and listen. Ben and Daigon talk business for a while, then you become the main topic of the conversation. Ben asks you who you are and if you've ever been through here before. Tell the truth about yourself, why not? Always be truthful. You tell him you're an adventurer. You travel to every corner of the realm to accomplish the most daring feats. Ben asks you if you have ever met a group of bandits around here. Yes, tell him that you have met. Ben listens to your story and reflects on it for a moment. Maybe those were his bandits. Mournfully, he says the chief of those bandits was one of his dearest friends. Luckily for you, he's a man of business and he's willing to forget this terrible situation. The supplies are going to arrive tomorrow morning, so you should stay here for the night, seal the deal, then leave and never return. Alright, agree to stay. You settle for the night. Ben's men keep an eye on you the whole time. Maybe it would be a good idea to try to talk to these guys in case things go wrong tomorrow. Why would things go wrong tomorrow? Right next to you there's a boy sitting by the fire. There's also a lone man in front of one of the tents and a sentinel on the other side of the camp. Let's see. Speak to the man in front of the tent. Let's do this one. This man's busy carving a wooden statuette. He thinks he could make good money from that. He knows dwarves that are interested in such wares. He has a thoughtful expression on his face and he dresses noticeably better than his comrades. Oh, he's a sculptor, you know. He's a craftsman. He's not about fighting. He's not about, you know, the illegal trade or, you know, raiding anyone. He just, you know, makes his stuff and wants to sell them. Cheat him. Why would I cheat him? He's even unarmed. Why would I cheat him? Intimidate him? Okay. You tell him about the exchange. You say he's going to be the first to die if things go wrong tomorrow. He isn't connected by your words because the orc alone will be enough to handle you. He tells you to leave. Well, that was just, I mean, okay, that, you know, that was silly because I didn't get any actual options that I would have taken. Right next to you there's a boy sitting. Let's talk to the boy. The young man is prodding at the fire. He's young and chubby. You're certain as to what his job is in the group. You are uncertain. As soon as you get closer, he jumps, startled. He looks at you, his expression open and naive. Let's coerce him. You talk about the exchange. You tell him Ben's interest is to cheat them all so he can keep the gold. You need his help should complications arise. If things go wrong, it's important to stay calm and keep talking. So he must do nothing if Ben commands him to fight against you. If no one takes up arms, you would convince Ben to honor the agreement and everybody will get what they want. The young man likes your speech. He's going to help you. You leave him. Alright, so now let's go to the sentinel. The sentinel looks at you with a glare on his face. He's a middle-aged man with a face full of scars. You talk about the exchange for a while. He says that Ben is the most cunning man he's ever known. Whatever you are planning to do, it's going to fail. The spirits have shown this to him. Alright, let's deceive him. You tell him you can communicate with the spirits too. That gets his attention. You explain that if the exchange goes sour tomorrow, he would not survive another day. The only way to avoid it is to ensure the deal goes smoothly. He understands and thanks you for your prediction, assuring that he's going to do his best. You leave him. Alright, so let's go to bed and see what happens. A few hours after sunrise, the alchemical supplies are delivered. You meet with Ben and his men for the exchange. In the light of the information he learned yesterday, Ben asked you for more gold than what you had previously agreed upon. Daigon gets closer to you and whispers that he doesn't have enough gold to pay any extra. You'll have to pay 100 coins too. After all, it's your fault we're in this mess. You say that you'll pay only what has been previously agreed upon. Ben doesn't like your offer and orders his men to teach you a lesson. The men look to each other but nobody moves. They say the gold that was agreed upon will be enough. Wow. Ben grumbles in anger and disbelief. He takes the gold and leaves the supplies to you. You leave in a hurry. Wow, that actually worked. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Yay! Your silver tongue has saved you from a severe beating. So the cunning, I guess. Or the wit? I don't know what that, I mean, I guess Well, I don't know. Cunning, maybe? The cunning part saved me? That's not bad. That's why I still want to have cunning too. Not to like slash it for wit. Let's see. Recently, the Enchanters Elite have been at the heart of many rumors about alleged illegal activity which have taken has taken place in the tower at the capital. Rumor has it a large quantity of magical material unauthorized by the crown has been produced, but the elder archmage himself denies these accusations, claiming everything is as it should. I think there are a lot of problems in this realm. Like there's something brewing in the, like, under the sun, under the ground, something like that. Alright. So I have 180 and I need 300, so who's gonna give me 120? Goblin Invasion, 100, 120, and one missing child. Oh. Well, it is a missing child, so let's try to help with the missing child. And that's urgent, by the way. If a mission has that red frame, it means it's urgent. Okay, this mission I actually haven't done. You arrive at the village, one of the many scattered in the kingdom. For decades nothing dangerous has happened. The people live in peace because of the Treaty of the Four Races. Alright. Let's see, go in the tavern. It's a very little place. Two men are talking on the counter. In a corner there's a man drinking alone. Let's ask the innkeeper first. The innkeeper is happy to see a new face in spite of recent events. He offers you a beer. Ask him about the disappearance. Really a tragic event, sighs the innkeeper. Unfortunately, no one knows much. The kids always play near the field, and it's the first time something like this has happened. Ask if the family has enemies. No enemies. It's a small village like this. We help each other. No one could do something this cruel. Alright, what about the village and the outskirts? It's a small village, just some houses, a storage facility or something. Fields all around and some woods. In the past those woods were dangerous, but thanks to the hounds they are safe now. He says to you that you can talk directly with one of those heroes, pointing to the old drunkard. Okay, let's talk to the old drunk man. To the hound. The old man drinks the last sip from his bottle. He says he deserves it after the victory in the woods from a long time past. Ask about the woods first. It's a long story and he's thirsty. Let's see. Wait, buy a drink for the man. So I guess I'm gonna pay some cash. Yeah, I paid 5 cash. Okay. 5, unfortunately. So now if I get it, I'll be 5 gold less. Come on. He starts telling you that many years ago some strange creatures invaded the woods and began pillaging villages, killing and stealing. Therefore, he went with some hounds to start hunting them. They finally found their lair and launched their final attack. By the way, if you are looking for the child, this is the place he would have searched. The evil always returns. Huh. Okay. Let's go into the woods. Follow. You notice some tracks heading to the trees. Let's follow the tracks. You arrive near a cave. Near a campfire, 2 strange mangly creatures, half men and half dogs, sit. They are armed and busy gobbling around large piece of rotten flesh. Kill one of them silently and capture the other. Let me do this. Nice. So I've done that. The gnoll is undamaged and ready to engage in combat. Alright. Let's attack. And I got hurt, but I also defeated him. So I lost 2 health, but I also defeated him. Nice. The cave is damp. Weak sounds come from the interior. Go in with stealth. You arrive in a small room full of bottles and vials, alchemical ingredients and smelly potions. In a cave you see a little boy in a corner, the witch, busy in the preparation of some sort of magical brew. Beyond her on a table there's a big ceremonial knife. Wait. Calm Timmy with a signal, then free him quietly. Stab the witch on the back with a ceremonial knife. Let's try this one. Open the cage quietly while the witch does not notice and grab Tibby. Oh, nice! Go back to the village! Wow, I just got Timmy and I didn't even have to fight. As you step outside the cave, you put Timmy on your shoulder and run to the village. Wow, that was easy. The inhabitants welcome you, praising you as a hero. Celebrations go late into the night. Nice, and I got 115 gold. So I do not have enough for that freaking... Little Timmy finally recovered. The child was kidnapped by a witch as sacrifice for a mysterious and occult ritual. The tricked witch fellowship immediately understood the issue and issued a bulletin for every interested adventurer. The fellowship will continue to research to make sure the event was limited and not the return of a coven. So unfortunately now I don't have. I'm 5 gold short of getting the robe, which is really frustrating. I gotta say, really frustrating. Look at that. So close, and yet so far away. All right, let's see what mission we have. This one, 120, 150, or this one. You know what? Let's do the. Let's fight Amita. Although technically I banished her, so let's see what happens. I'm not sure what's going on. Technically there shouldn't be any problem, but okay. Once again, you make your way towards the cemetery. It all seems like the last time, maybe just a little more neglected. You immediately make for the caretaker's house in order to have him tell you exactly what's been going on. So it can't be Amita, right? Because I banished her. I hope not. The old man opens the door and gives you a warm welcome. Luckily you returned. Things have worsened since your last adventure. He tells you about all the apparitions and strange phenomena since your last you saw each other. But the worst part are those continuous laments. It's not the same wrath though, this one's different. It's a man, and he screams as if being tortured. Huh, what? Okay, ask him about it. Well, you see, I thought it wise to wait the arrival of an expert like you before getting close to the spirit. However, I do not know that I do know that it haunts practically every corner of the cemetery. He runs around panicking, and every so often yells at someone to let him go. The caretaker constantly trying to remember some other useful information. Even the ghouls are acting strange. They hide as well when they hear the laments, and that's all. Okay. Let's see. It's almost dark. You both set off together, wandering in the cemetery. So, okay, so Amita is no longer here. At least we got rid of that spirit. It could take a while to find him. He doesn't always appear in the same place. Okay, but one thing is for sure: he cries always or echo, and he's absolutely right. After walking for about an hour, you hear excruciating screaming coming from your left. You hurry along towards the shouting and find the wraith sitting on the ground. Grasping its head and grasping its head in between its hands. Ask him who he is. I am the most miserable man in the world, cries out the desperate wraith. He's a handsome young man in the prime of his youth. I cannot find peace even in death. Though this is not what you have asked me. My name is Gent. I was heir to a family of small landowners. I fell in love with a young commoner, but this did not bode well with my family, nor with the woman I was arranged to marry, Amita. Well, I know I banished her. She was so blinded by jealousy that she ended up murdering me. Imagine that if she could not have me, then... The spirit abruptly stops. Oh no, she's coming back! He cries out, widening his eyes and looking behind you. This torment will have no end, after which Gen disappears. You look behind you but see no one. Perhaps it's best to have a chat with Amita. But I banished her! Come on! Come on, game, I banished her, what the hell? The last time you saw her was at the ossuary, so that's where you're going to look for her. You make for the ancient building, determined to get the bottom of this. Wait. Once at the bottom, a spirit appears right in front of your faces. Welcome back. I recognize you, you know. It's none other than Amita. She seems pleased as she gazes maliciously. What brings you here? Wait. Ask her how she managed to find Gent. That's a good question. Let's just say that I found some new friends, always ready to help me, answers Amita with a mocking smile. Though these friends cannot help me help me keep him under control. You could, however. How about you help me this time? I'm going to refuse. Hearing your words darkens Amita's face, and she looks at you malignantly. Do you really think you can oppose me? She slowly asks. In the meantime, you begin to feel a great deal of cold, and the spirit's eyes begin to flash blue. Gusts of icy wind whip your face. The caretaker backs up, frightened. Let's see. Expel the spirit with your holy power, right? You begin invoking the power of the gods to dissolve Amita's spirit. The wraith doesn't seem to worry and let you finish, watching with a smug look. You conclude your spell correctly, but Amita is still there, gazing upon you. What? What the hell? Things have changed a little since our last encounter, she says, grinning. Like I said, I would not advise you to go against me. Calm her and tell her that you will help her once again. You appease the specter's wrath by saying you will help her out with Ghent. I see you are reasonable after all. It is quite simple. All you need to do is retrieve an amulet from the ghouls. A necromancer abandoned some in the cemetery. They enabled control over the dead, but the ghouls hid them. Apparently they hold their free will dearly. I do not have any power over them, unfortunately, but I'm certain you will be able to make them give you one of those pendants. Alright. Bring me one and Ghent will no longer be a problem. You accept the Spectre's request and exit the ossuary along with the caretaker. You ask him where to find the ghouls. Well, you can encounter them around the whole cemetery, but I think they have a lair in a large crypt to the east near the perimeter walls. You can always find some in the area, he says. You make for the crypt and come across two skeletal figures. Approach peacefully. You slowly approach with your hands raised and saying you're only here to talk. The two ghouls are quite surprised. They're probably not used to this type of contact with the living. You, begins one of them. You, friend ghoul. You're pretty sure you've never seen this creature before. Maybe he's referring to the encounter with those ghouls while looking for Ghent's coffin long ago. News of your kindness must have spread. Well, I wasn't really kind. I punched the ghoul in the face, and because the ghoul wouldn't, lose consciousness, I just left it. So, okay. The creature cracks somewhat of a smile, but the result is quite disturbing. Ask about the amulet. You explained to the ghoul that you are here to find an amulet in order to take care of a bothersome spirit. You describe Amita to the undead, who seem to understand immediately. Spirit evil, make ghouls slaves. The undead seems reluctant to give you the amulet. You assure it that it won't be used on any ghouls. It's got nothing to worry about. You've never harmed one of them. Very well, agrees the creature. It disappears in the crypt and re-emerges with a little later with the amulet. I trust you, it says. You return to the ossuary with the amulet. The spirit of Amita appears as soon as you enter the premise. Back already? I hope you have what I asked for. You show her the amulet. You show the amulet to the wraith. Very good, give it to me, she tells you, indicating a spot in the shadows. You see a ghoul rapidly making its way towards you. It has an amulet similar to the one in your hands, around its neck. You hand it over and the undead goes back in the shadows. Once the amulet has been placed in Ghent's coffin, he will not be able to oppose my will. There will be no need to disturb the living any longer. It has been a pleasure seeing you again. Amita disappears and you leave. On your way back, the caretaker isn't very talkative. He probably doesn't approve of your actions. However, he gives you your reward and you bid your farewells. So I guess I'm gonna lose some stuff. You wouldn't want to be in Ghent's shoes, but the cemetery is now safe and your pockets filled. Well, that's the important thing. I mean, come on, Ghent is a ghost, okay? Ghent is a ghost. So if ghost matters, are disturbed, I don't really care as long as the cemetery is peaceful and I get my cash. So, I mean, the living are important right now. Come on. All right, let's go back to Okay, hopefully I won't get to see Amita anymore because I'm not a fan of her. After our last article about the restlessness of the undead in the area surrounding the pit, it would seem that the situation is improving. Many adventurers have gone and faced the turbulent spirits haunting the cemetery. The cemetery caretaker guarantees that from now on, he will be able to take care of the spirits, thanks to the precious time spent in the company of the adventurers who have helped him in the past few weeks. Alright, so now we have enough cash. Finally, let us get... enchanted robe, enchanted robe. And then I'm gonna get the... probably... interesting. So, after the enchanted robe, it's only the enforced robe. That's kind of disappointing. What other weapons can I get? Let's see. So I have lesser magic, which is 4, 6, and this one. I could get the Sai, Conjure Sai. That would be cool, because it's 6 to 6. Oh, I should get the Greater Magic, that would be awesome. Combat Pit. Alright, let's get the Enchanted Robe. Yup, bye. And now, look at that, 7, 9, 4 Cunning. Sweet! That is pretty cool. Hi Marco, hello. That is pretty awesome, and I still have 115 gold. So the next thing, you know what I want? I would like to get a ring, because I don't have any rings. Sapphire Wit. I should get... Yeah, I want to get the Wit one, probably. This one. Get 2 Wit. Or, let me see, because maybe I can plan this a little bit. If I get... well, it doesn't matter. We'll see. Okay, I have only 115 gold, so I don't have a lot right now. But I think I'm doing pretty well with 9 hit points, 7 damage, you know. That is not bad, I think. Alright, let's see. Goblin Invasion and Enchanted Waters. I really don't care about the Enchanted Waters one. But I guess let's do it, because it should be pretty easy. So, let's see. Let's try to do it. Let's try to do this one. Basically, we just have to find out what... just have to help a freaking druid. After hours of walking through several trails in the forest, you stop to recover in a glade. That doing didn't give you a very detailed description of the meeting spot. You're thinking of which area of the forest you could search next, when a tall figure cloaked in a cape of leaves approaches gracefully. You must be an adventurer asked for. I'm Jimbo, druid of the Circle of the Woodland Keepers. Follow me, there is much to be done, and you're already late. Okay, follow the elf. On your way, Jimbo tells you the origin of the problem. Some time ago, 2 foolish creatures came here to prepare a love potion. They were successful, but clumsily and irresponsibly spilled it into the river that spans through the whole rain. Such carelessness created an imbalance in the natural order of things. Now, every insect, plant, or creature in its vicinity grows and proliferates at an exaggerated rhythm. So basically, they have too much growth. These certain types of, bugs, certain types of plants. This is causing problems in some areas where the river flows. So, right, take a look at, okay, so I just, okay, so let me see, what you need to do is simple. Okay, so this is our mission. Find the witch that prepared the potion and ask her which components she used to prepare it. This way it will be much easier for us to prepare a restoration potion. Now go, let us not waste any more precious time. Alright, ask where the witch would be. And the directions are clear this time and you manage to arrive at the witch's house. Let's knock on the door. You knock with purpose. The voices inside, because there were some voices in there, the people were talking. Then you hear soft steps approaching. A young man opens the door. He's wearing a long, plain robe. His face is tense, but when you say you're here to see the witch, he relaxes. The female voice invites you in. The young man moves aside to let you through. Okay. Last time I eavesdropped on the conversation, but I didn't really get much. Sorry, I just have to also drink because There's a lot of freaking talking in this game. It's text-based, what can I do? What can I say? It's cool, but it's text-based, so that means a lot of talking. Inside you find another man wearing a tunic, but more elaborate and with several embroidered scribbles, and a middle-aged woman, which must be the witch. Then the two men, probably mages, leave without saying a word, closing the door behind them. Okay, witch, it's you and me now. You explain the whole story to the woman, particularly the part where the druids need to know the regions used to create the elixir. Alright, the woman is, okay, so she won't give me the recipe. Promise her that if she helps you, you'll convince the druids to be more helpful regarding the dwellers of the area. And hopefully that's going to be something that I can do, because I have more cunning. So hopefully that's gonna work. The woman looks at you interested. Could you really do that? She asks with a cracky voice. With the most serious tone you can muster, you tell her that you'll do everything in your power to better the situation. The last time when I didn't have much cunning, she was like, yeah, whatever. Marco, thanks for subscribing, by the way. Thanks for subscribing. I just saw the the announcement. I just got a notification from YouTube. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome to Fantasy Island. Sorry, I mean Cryptic Hybrid. It can be Fantasy Island, basically. Very well, she finally says, but know that I will remember this promise, so try not to trick me. Well, I don't want to trick her, so... The main ingredient is mandrake. I obtain an infusion which is the base of the elixir. After that, I add some other ingredients, but I can't reveal everything. You insist a little, but the woman stands firm. Let's see. Offer her 20 coins for the names of the other ingredients. Let's try that. My recipe is not for sale, is the witch's answer. She won't reveal the other regions. You've no other option but to return to Jinbo. Okay. Well, I got one region. Well, do you have the names of the regions used by the witch? The druid asks you, without even greeting you. You report that you learn what you learn from the witch, but the elf understands something's missing even before you say it. That's all? It is not possible, he says impatiently. But after all, I was expecting it. We must resort to our backup plan. I found a few areas of the forest particularly affected by the messed up concoction. So I need to go there and get samples from plants most affected by the elixir. Alright, so I have to get a mushroom sample and a nettle sample. Let's go the mushroom sample first. You follow the river until you reach the humid cavern described by Jinbo. Jinbo! You make your way in, sinking your feet into a few centimeters of water coated by some sort of nauseating opaque ooze. So, let's see. Alas, you find the mushroom described by the druid. They're a mauvish color, almost as tall as you. Some release a slight shower of spores which form that coating as they set on the water. Let's approach the mushroom and get the sample. You cautiously take a few steps towards one of the bigger ones and begin to cut off a piece. You're careful not to shake it too much so that it doesn't release too many spores into the air. You've no idea what effect they might have, so better not risk it. Once the task is completed, you'll leave with the same level of caution. Nice! Alright, let's get the nettle. You advance along the river until you reach a large rock. So I got another ingredient, so that's good. From here you divert towards the left until you reach an area with sparse trees surrounded by a thick underwood. Let's see. You locate the bigger plants around the middle, the ones the elf recommended you harvest. Wasn't he a druid, not an elf? Well, could you be an elf? I guess you could be an elf and a druid, right? I guess that's the thing. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it can be both, right? An elf and a druid? Are all druids elves? No, probably not, no? Let's see. Make your way to the underwood. Yes, let's get that. You push forward in the underwood until you reach the giant plants. You're in an intricate tangle of shrubs and grass almost up to your chest. When you hear some slight rustling around you, you're certain it wasn't you who caused it. Gather a sample. You ignore the sounds and move along to the plant. You quickly begin to gather a sample while remaining alert enough to avoid any peril. You notice something potentially dangerous. The plants and shrubs around you begin to swarm with ants as big as a finger. They'll soon be all over you. Continue to gather. So I got hurt, unfortunately. The ants assault you immediately and begin to bite you. You try to resist, but the bites... Okay. Let's see. Furthermore, you feel your muscles pretty sore. Could those monstrosities have been venomous? Yeah, I think they were venomous. So my power went down by 1. Fortunately, if I lose power, I don't lose any I don't lose any damage, because my damage is based on my wit and not my power. So I got everything. Once again, you search for a glade in which to wait for the druid. A while later, the elf appears. I suppose it's a great achievement that you did not die while it's recovering the samples. Do you have them with you? Yeah, I have them with me, Jesus. Ask the elf for a bonus because you had to risk your life. First, let me see the samples that you gathered. Then we will talk about rewards. Okay, here's the samples. Excellent work. Just what I asked for, says the elf with a hint of satisfaction. Here is your reward. I thank you in the name of the Circle of the Woodland Keepers. You may go, concludes the elf, who immediately turns around and heads to the trees. Tell Jimbo about the promise made to the witch. You stop the elf before he disappears to tell him about the witch's request. She revealed one of the ingredients in exchange for a friendlier treatment of the population surrounding the forest. I should be friends with every foolish race that comes to butcher our forest just because one of them helped me solve a disaster that she herself created? Is that what you are telling me? Try to make him reason. Let's try that. You try to make Jinbo understand that cooperating always brings good results, but the elf is single-mindedly biased and doesn't leave even the slightest chance for discussion. Irritated, the druid leaves, but at least you have tried to convince him. It's time to return to the inn. Alright. Mission accomplished. Well, got 100 gold. With you around, the rain is secure even from ecological threats. You're quite the exemplary adventurer. Nice. That's awesome. So I got another 100 gold. Which isn't a lot, especially since now all the things cost a lot of cash. I guess I could get a... I don't want to get though. So this is what I have. The next one would be this one. This one would be really cool, because it's 6 damage and 2 extra hit points. And in terms of this, you know, I could get the reinforced robe, and in addition to the reinforced robe, I could get this one, the Amber of Great Cunning, because this one gives me 2 cunning, and if I get, what is it? Well, if I get the robe, I will lose 2 cunning. So I should keep my cunning at the same level, but I would get 2 extra health, 1 extra wit, and 2 extra power. So that would be pretty cool. That would be awesome. Or I can just go for this one. 2. Yeah, I could go for this one. 720. But wait. So that's 5. This is 3. I could get for this one, and then just get a Amber of Greater Cunning. That's expensive though. All right. And if I get that, oh, I need so much cash. Seriously, it's crazy. It is close. 700 combat pit. But I can't get this one because I don't have the druid background, so never mind, doesn't matter. So I can't get this one. I don't think I can get this one. So what can I get? This is the highest one that I can have? That's not possible. I'm sure I should be able to get one of these. Right? Alright, we'll see. Let's check this. A few weeks after the mysterious events that brought an overwhelming amount of flora and fauna near the river, the woodland keepers announced they've identified the problem and they are already working on solving the issue. Despite their foreignness to the event, they've burdened themselves with mending the damage. The king and the whole reign are grateful to those heedful elves for their commitment and dedication. Yeah, I did most of the work, but yeah, sure. Alright, let's see what else we have on the board. The dragon, goblin invasion, and a fallen brother. My shield brother companion fell in battle. I need help retrieving his body to take it back to the fortress. Lydia, shield sister. Huh. Alright. Sure. Let's do this one first. The goblin invasion. I mean, it's 150 gold, so maybe it's a little bit easier. Alright, let's see. I don't remember if I've done this one. See, my power is still down, see? I still lost, the effect of that ant is still active. And I'll probably have to do 2 more missions before it goes away. That's quite annoying, what can I say, but that's the case. Nice. Alright. You are on a journey to the village occupied by the goblins. You think about how to introduce yourself when you get there. It is certain you cannot kill them all by yourself. On the way you meet a merchant on a wagon towed by a donkey. He speaks to you when you are close enough. I advise you to not go further on this road. He adds, that village seems to be occupied by a goblin clan. If I knew beforehand, I would not have come here. Time is money. Let's get some info about the goblin clan. If you go further, you can find a minor Hans squad. They said the entire village is under clan control. Their leader, a shaman, is staying in a mill and rules from there, like a king in a castle. Madness! He's forcing the population to serve him and has even sent goblins in the villages nearby to convince them to ally with him. Maybe that little crazy one aims to rule the whole realm, who knows? The merchant says while bursting into laughter. It is good the king is now committed to the problems of the Shield brothers, otherwise they would all be dead. The clan will be exterminated soon, but in the meantime the inhabitants will not be doing well. The hounds are not prepared for large enough to fight an entire clan. I imagine there's nothing we can do but wait for the king's orders. Let me see. Continue your way to the... I'm not going to get a gift for the shaman. Come on. You continue on your way until you reach the hounds' squad the merchant mentioned. They advise you to go back, but you tell them you're an adventurer who has come to help. The small group seems skeptical, but they let you pass through. As soon as you glimpse the fields in the distance, you see a handful of goblins armed with spears running in your direction. They must be the village guards. An unfriendly fat goblin asks you, "Who are you? What do you do here?" Let's see. Answer that you're a wise man and you want to offer your services as a counselor. Shaman is smart than all, but maybe he wants to talk to you anyway, says the goblin. He orders 2 guards to escort you to the village while he reports to the shaman. Take him in the shack and keep an eye on him, orders the fat guard as he leaves. The guards take you into the village square. On the way, you see hundreds of goblins. They're everywhere, the houses, the streets, and the fields. Many of them are armed, but others are not. You also see females and children. It is really an entire clan. You can see a mill with odd pictures painted on the walls, surrounded by rough tents. It must be the place where the shaman lives. Maybe they just don't have a place to live. You meet the village inhabitants, often followed by goblins, pushing them to move and work with spears and sticks. They cry for help, but the little guards always hush them quickly. You get to your destination, a small shack made of thin trunks. You enter and wait. Let's ask the information about the shaman. Shaman have great power. He uses magic, crush all enemies and goblins, says one of the guards. The whole clan serves and worships him due to his magical knowledge. They think his magic can be enough to protect them and guarantee eternal victory. It seems to be working since they managed to take an entire village. You have never heard about such a big endeavor. Damaging his reputation could be a good move. Alright, wait for the fat goblin to come back. You wait for the goblin you spoke with to return. The little two guards with you don't talk much, but the wait is not too long. The fat guard opens the door and says, "Shaman see you only if you help goblins. Inside big house still men that don't want to surrender. Convince them to leave and you are a friend of Shaman." You ask where the big house is. It's the inn surrounded by armed goblins. You get closer to the door and speak to the men inside. You manage to convince them to let you in. The door opens and several hands grab you and drag you inside. The inn is very crowded. Women, children, some old person, plus a dozen armed and furious men. 2 of them are hounds and they ask you if you're here to free them. Let's see. The Chaos Fall is going to allow you to easily... No. Convince them to surrender by assuring them you have a plan to defeat the shaman. The men discuss for a long time, but ultimately you manage to convince them to trust you. Yes! They put down the weapons and slowly leave the tavern. What's this? Ah, okay. The fat guard looks at you, smiling. "You friend of Goblin, you now speak with Shaman, come!" You follow the little monster to the mill, passing through the population and their angry looks. You get to the mill. 2 guards let you through. Goblins are running around inside the mill. Strange gases fill the air and come from a cauldron over a fire where the millstone used to be. Behind this, placed against the wall, there's a wooden throne with bones and colored feathers. The shaman sits on it. He's a long, black-bearded goblin and has many ritual necklaces hanging from his neck. "Welcome, friend of Goblin. Speak!" he encourages you while he gets closer to you. Challenge the shaman to a magic duel. You immediately still the shaman's enthusiasm by saying you came here to challenge him in a magical duel. "And why you challenge me?" he asks you, a bit angry. You reply by saying he must leave the village unless he's strong enough to defeat you. Oh. The goblin doesn't like your arrogance, but you hurt his pride. He gives you his answer. "More high races think goblins are weak. Now goblin teach. You will leave the mill and wait for your opponent." The shaman reaches you and a small crowd of goblins gathers surrounding both of you. You're ready to fight. The shaman rapidly moves his hands and immediately throws an energy dart. Let's see. Focus magic in your hands to deflect the dart or create a defensive barrier. Focus magic in your hands to deflect the dart. The dart is rapidly getting closer, but in an instant you focus the power in your hand and deflect the dart to the side, which breaks on the ground. The goblins groan in surprise to see their leader's attack fail. Wow. Alright. The shaman now changes his strategy. He starts chanting weirdly and moving frantically here and there. Then he starts stepping closer to you with rapid movements. You cannot focus on his body. The goblin has become a moving blurred spot which continues to get closer. Repel him with an energy lash? No. Create an energy field impossible to overcome all around you. You get ready to welcome the shaman with an impenetrable barrier. You recite the needed words, and when the goblin attacks, he bounces back, falling on the ground with a deafening crash. The shaman gets back on his feet with difficulty, and the worried crowd starts whispering. Alright, so I have one more thing to do, probably. "Get ready, this is your end!" the shaman screams before focusing on his spell. The crowd makes noise louder and louder as they wait for their leader's victory. The shaman starts chanting again and moves his arms in wide gestures. Throw an energy dart at the shaman's head. Oh, come on, fudge, it didn't work. You don't waste time and throw an energy dart, but okay. The shaman completes his spell and points. Missed the target. So I missed the target. Are you shitting me? I missed the target. You can continue. Find the goblins cheer like crazy. Well, that was crap. The goblins blah 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 blah. So I failed. Great. You know what's crap? That if you fail one thing, you fail the whole mission. So that's crap. But that's... I mean, it doesn't even matter, you know, about your stats. I just lost because I didn't guess the right option. A western village has been conquered by a goblin clan. Alright, whatever. Fallen brother or the dragon. That really pisses me off. That's really shit. Come on, I mean, that is a big crap. Let's do this one last mission, the Fallen Brother. It's really crap because I would have beaten him. You just had to guess the right answer. It's pure luck. It's pure luck, and then you have to, you know, see what the hell, you know. And when I play again, I'll know what options to take now. So, you meet a woman with a masculine body with a heavy armor and a lot of weapons. She has many scars on her face. Most likely, she is not a new recruit. She looks overcome and stares at the ground. Show respect for her loss. The Shield brothers are very devoted to their companions. The woman mumbles some sort of thank you while staring at the ground. Ask her about this job. A couple of days ago, she was assigned with her partner Tobald to eliminate the giant spider infestation of a mine. There were too many and the pair were forced to run away. Tobald was bitten by a spider and fell to the ground. Now she needs your help to retrieve his body. Ask why she didn't go back to the fortress to help. She says returning to the fortress without the body of a fallen brother is a big dishonor. Strange, you have never heard about this. Okay, so let's go into the mine. You walk for hours and then you camp to rest for a bit. You talk with Lydia and find she's not talkative. She's nervous. You notice an empty sheet on her belt. Let's see. Ask what happened into the mine so you can be prepared. She tells you they killed the spiders on the upper levels of the mine. As they went deeper, the swarm became bigger. Maybe they were near the nest. They started running, and when Lydia looked around, Tobal was not there anymore, only spiders. You still think that something is wrong in this story. Let's see. Ask about the empty sheet. She says she lost her dagger during the escape from the mines. Maybe you will find it. Huh. Or maybe she killed him. Tell her about your adventures. Maybe she will unwind a bit. Despite your exaggeration, she seems to appreciate your tale. She looks a lot more relaxed. Ask her about the quest in the mine. The job is simple. You enter, you take Tobald, you get out. Okay, maybe she killed him. The mine is quiet. As you proceed to you see dead spiders along the way. You walk through damp passages until you arrive at a crossroad. Lydia tells you to wait as she draws her sword. The spiders are coming. Prepare to fight. Alright, the swarm of spiders is undamaged and ready to come. Okay, let's do an exorcism. And it's barely scratched. You ought to do better than that. It's fine. I have 7. I have attack 7, so let's attack. Nice! Yes! We defeated the spiders. Alright, at least this swarm. You go into the mine and continue until you arrive at the big hole in the wall. From the other side you see a weak light. Lydia tells you to wait here until she recovers Tobald. He fell over the wall. Wait. She said that before, but did not mention that she did not see Tobald falling. Tell her about the inconsistency. She's staring at you. She does not talk for a bit. Then she says she might have been confused. Right. Tobald is right there. While she retrieves the body, she needs you to stay here. Let her talk. She's hiding something. She put her hands on her sword. She says she's done with all your questioning and she stares at you ready to unsheath her sword. Earn her trust, then help her. She says it was an accident. While clearing the mine, they found a tomb filled with jewels. Tobal wanted to take everything into the fortress, while Lydia wanted to keep everything for them. Oh, of course. Hi, Goblin King, hello. They fought and Lydia stabbed Tobal. See, I told you she killed him. The fight must have drawn the spiders, so she had to flee. Take the reward, leave and keep the secrets. Let's do that. There is nothing to do anymore. You tell her that if she pays you, that you will not tell anything to anyone. Lydia gives you your reward and leaves without a word. You go back to the inn thinking about what happened. On the way back you meet a man. He has grey hair but still looking young. He wears leather armor and carries some short blades on his belt. He warmly greets you by saying he is a shield brother on a quest. His name is Ryan. Okay. He's looking for two of his companions, Tobalt and Lydia. They should have come back to the fortress a few days ago. Ask if this is related to the recent disorder to the Shield Brothers lines. The warrior says both Lydia and Tobalt are loyal Shield Brothers. Right. I'm too. He says proudly. At the fortress they were worried about the lack of news about the pair, so they sent me to investigate. Luckily the riots and the desertions did not overtake the garrison. Possibly due to the limited number of recruits, every brother has been a part of the order for many years and is ready to give his life to protect the king and kingdom. Well, not Lydia! Alright, Ryan remains silent waiting for your answer. Tell him about Lydia. Ryan listened to your story and is worried. Lydia is a mighty warrior who is clearly planned to never go back to the fortress. He could need your help to persuade her to come back with him. So he asked you for your help. The Shield Brothers will reward you, of course. Sure, let's help him. Alright, Ryan thanks you for your help. You go back where you saw Lydia the last time and start tracking her. You follow the road for a few hours until you see the smoke of a fire camp between the shrubs. So get this, I'm going to get the money from Lydia and I'm going to get the money from this guy too, hopefully. You run towards the two warriors and you find them in the middle of a fight. Ryan looks at you asking you to help him immobilize her. Lydia screams at you to stay out of the fight. She promised you gold if you listen. Join the fight. The two warriors are still fight like beasts. You try to stop Lydia, but she's out of control. She manages to push you away and takes Ryan to the ground. Both of them scream for you to help. Knock out Lydia. You go closer to the warriors while unsheathing your weapon. You stand just over Ryan's head, ready to strike. Lydia looks at him while laughing, lecturing him on the choices of his allies. When you strike her on the head as hard as you can, she falls unconscious over her companion. Yes! When you strike her, Ryan smiles at you. You help him get her up. He tells you that you made the right choice. Then he ties the shield sister. Yes! So I'm gonna get money from this guy too. Hope so. In the end, he takes the unconscious sister on his shoulder and throws you a bag of coins. Says you have done a wonderful job and the Shield Brothers will remember it. See, now I got a lot of gold and I have a better reputation with the Shield Brothers, so that's cool. So that's always awesome. The Shield Brothers are in a very troubled spot right now, but I got 400 gold, so that's pretty good, I think. 400! I got 400 gold! That is awesome, but I still don't think I can buy anything. Let's see. Lydia, a veteran Shield sister, was captured by the Order after the killing of a Shield Brother during a mission. The Shield Brothers state it is a case of defection linked to the recent turbulence inside the Order. The judges are still wary. Maybe the Shield Brothers are losing their discipline. They are. And their people. So 650. I have 650. And unfortunately I can't get this one, because I'm not proficient in this weapon. So basically I can't get anything except this one. This is the maximum weapon that I can get. Which is a little weird, isn't it? I mean, why can't I get like higher grade weapons? That's weird. And it doesn't really tell me why I can't get it. Or this one. See, I'm not proficient in this type of... But why? These are all the weapons you can see. And I can't get any of those higher grade ones, which is very odd, I think. Very, very, very odd. Okay, I need like 1000 gold. If I get 1000 gold, I can get the Enchanter robe and then the Amber of Great Cunning, because I want that. Huh. You know what? Let's do the dragon mission. I've tried to do it before, but I mean, this seems like the last mission. Let's see what... I don't know what happens afterwards, but let's try to see what goes... How it goes. You reach the coast and embark on an orc ship. So we're going with a band of orcs to try to kill a dragon. Ask about the goblins. We have some goblins. Ask about the lizardman. Ask about the dragon. That's the important part. We have to blame those pointy ears from the forest. They play some spell on the river and have woken it up. Oh, right. Yes. So the mission. The mission is to drive the dragon away from the swamp or kill it if necessary. Okay. Ask why they're sending just one team. Because when a little human sees a dragon, he runs. An orc, on the other hand, fights. Goldoon continues his monologue. This is the captain of the band. Goldoon continues his monologue about an orc's strength and courage. Alright, whatever. After a couple of days, you reach the river's mouth and follow it for a stretch. Then you anchor the ship and together with Goldoon and 5 orcs, you start searching for the swamp. Let's see. Help the orcs and talk with them a little. You help your party members to set up the encampment. They do not talk with you, perhaps because you belong to a small race. Because I'm a dwarf. They give you the impression they are skilled warriors and a close team. Hunting the dragon will not be a hard thing. Alright. Let's get close to the cage. The orc responsible for the cage watches you. The goblins stretch their hands out with a cacophony of noises. The bar seems solid and the small door is locked by chains and a massive deadbolt. Give them some relief with a tranquility spell. Let's do that. You focus and pronounce the spell. The goblins immediately stop shouting and relax. They make idiotic faces and chuckle with each other. You get your gang's attention. The orc in charge of the goblins walks to you and asks what you're doing. When he sees the calm goblins, he becomes puzzled, then thanks you for the spell. He was tired of the yelling. Well, that's good. I'm building up my relationship with my orc brethren here. Alright, so we wait. As you venture deep into the swamp, not swarm. You hear loud roars in the distance. Dragon, we're getting closer, Goldoon yells. You keep walking until the leader from up front motions everyone to stop. All the orcs tense and prepare to draw their weapons. You hear a rustle between the trees and water moving around you. Then massive scale creatures surface from around you. Lizardmen! The lizardmen approach silently with rough spears. Goldoon does not seem worried. The leader turns around in your direction and hints at the cage. Then 2 lizardmen separate from the group and take the goblins. The lizardmen slowly vanish into the swamp. So basically we just gave the goblins to the swamp, to the lizardmen. Let's see. Another day passes, but you still have not found the dragon's lair. You resume your march at an early hour. You must be close judging by the destruction around you. You carry on fast until the vanguard tells you to stop. You get close to find an orc struggling, trapped between the crushing lianas, whatever that means. The orc prays for you to give him a quick death. Okay, let Goldoon kill him. Okay, that's the way of the orc, you know. After a few hours you find fresh prints. It's the dragon, there are no doubts. You follow the tracks until arriving at the entrance of a mossy cavern. Goldoon encourages you to keep your eyes open. Let's see. Tell Goldoon that the frontal attack is not a good strategy against the dragon. The chief listens to you with attention. What are you planning on doing? Communicate with the dragon. Yes, let's talk to the dragon first. You explain to your leader that dragons are smart creatures and you might find a deal. Oh, fine, but you'll do the talking in case we have to fight. We'll handle it. That's a fair point, I think. That's a very fair point. Okay, so we're gonna talk to the dragon this time. You leave your cover. The dragon looks at you up and down with interest. Its gaze lingers on you. Welcome to my humble home. Who are you? What are you looking for? Start negotiating with the dragon. You reply by saying you were sent on the king's orders. You want to find a deal to solve the problems of the nearby cities. They complain about the missing livestock and are afraid of the violent episodes may escalate to include harming the villagers. I understand. You want me to go away or stay confined in the swamp. So what do you offer in exchange? Let's see. Say that if it cooperates, it can avoid a fight with you. Say the king will consider offering if it decides to cooperate. Yeah, let's say. I mean, the king is, you know. You say the king will make an amazing offer, but the dragon does not seem interested. I don't know your king, and I don't know if he is an honest person, like you say. Promise huge riches for its cooperation. I don't see large amounts of wealth with you, the dragon says. I'm afraid that when you have collected enough, I will be hibernating again. Do you have a better offer? Say if it cooperates, it can avoid a fight with you. The dragon moves anxiously around its lair, appearing to be afraid of you. Fine, you won. Keep the swamp. I'll find another lair. The dragon roars as it rushes to leave. Why is it afraid of me? The orcs shout in triumph. Goldun congratulates you. That's not the kind of victory I'm used to, but it's still a victory. What just happened here? Wait. So me, a dwarf, talked to a dragon, and the dragon just got scared and said that they didn't want to fight me and left? Its own lair? That is very odd. That is extremely odd. And will remember you for a while. Okay. That is extremely odd. I don't understand this. Today we celebrate the great victory of the brave warrior orcs and the adventurer who accompanied them. They answered the king's call and embarked to the swamp in order to face no less than a dragon. Thanks to their courage and preparation, they managed to tame the beast and provide peace and security to the nearby cities. Praise these brave people. Alright. Wow. And 765. I still don't have enough cash for anything, really. So, right. Well, I could get this one, get some cunning, and after when I get the actual cash, but it's still, yeah. Okay, let's see this one. Dragon Hunt. A part of the treasure. The claim is looking for brave adventures of hunting the dragon in the swamp. Many of you will not return to their homes. That sounds rough. So, I'm going to equip myself with this one, plus 2 cunning. Alright. So now I have 6 cunning, 5 wit, and 1 power. See? I wish I could have more than 1 ring. I mean, I really should have. You know what? Let's do this last mission. Because this seems like the last mission. Maybe it's not the last mission because just 1 line is in early access. And I mean, I'm sure there are more stuff, more quests coming. It's a nice sunny day and you're traveling the last part of the road to the city near the swamp. There you will meet the warriors of the Bloody Sail clan. Bloody Sail? Bloody Sail, okay. You arrive in the square of the town. Everyone is busy. Orcs go everywhere, fully armed with serenous expressions. In the center there is a big tent where towards the front there is an old orc intent at looking at the map with other soldiers. You go closer to the orc and recognize him. It's Goldun, the chief of the expedition in the swamp. The old chief dismisses his soldiers and looks at you. It seems that he does not remember you. Remind him who you are. When you ask about the expedition in the swamp, his eyes lighten up. I remember you. You were with us in the lair of the dragon. You even did a good job, if I'm not wrong. It is good to have you with us again. Your talent will be useful. Ask about the mission. The boss says this time they will not lead the expedition. The king hired a squad of dragon hunters from the west. We orcs will only help when it comes time to kill the beast. He nods to you to enter the tent while he goes back to study the map. Alright. On the inside you find 3 men and a woman. They have some strange black clothes made from little shiny scales. In addition, they wear horns, claws, and big scales, clearly of dragonic origin. So they killed the dragons and they made clothes out of them. Wow. All around there is some strange machinery. Finally, an adventurer who wants to join us in the quest, begins one of the men. He has short hair as black as his clothes, a curated beard, and light complexion. Let's not waste any more time. Have you ever seen a dragon? Yes. Really? Great, I have some questions for you. Normally people go mad when they see a beast like that, so it is hard to obtain accurate information. Even the most hearty become confused. What is the color of the dragon? Try to remember? Green, you say? Gorm, take the lasso. The hunter, I really didn't remember. The color. I hope it was green. The hunter gets up from the chair and starts weaving some sturdy strings of a material you cannot identify. This Gorn is a big guy. With all muscle and as tall as an orc. He does not have a single hair on his entire body. He is even missing his eyebrows. Oh, okay. Let's continue. Our dragon breathes flames or maybe acid. Steam? Flames. Okay, Bryn, fireproof mantles. The woman falls off the table which she was sitting at and starts to rummage in a big chest full of strange items. Finally, she pulls out some heavy and big mantles and gives one to you. They look made of leather, but they also have a greasy layer on them. You wear it hoping they will be useful. Bryn is quite young and slim with long copper hair and several tattoos on her body. So I said flame because I remember the last time when I played and I confronted the dragon, and it was she, I think it was a female. She used fire against the orcs. Last question. This is a hard one, but try anyway, says the hunter, winking at you. Is the dragon a male or a female? It's a female. Perfect. Mel, take the correct elixir, unlike the last time. That oversight cost us a lot. The last hunter got up and stretched for a bit. He goes to a little chest and grabs a vial with a clear liquid. He is a little man of middle age, short and with a shrub of curly hair joined with his beard. You cannot tell if the stripes on his beard and hair are due to age or something else. Maybe he colored his beard, you know. He's trying to be fancy and like stylish. The information you gave us will surely help when we will face the dragon. If only we had people like you every time we needed to hunt one. The hunters burst again in a laugh. By the way, I am Reese, says the man you have been talking with, holding his hand towards you. And if you do not have any other questions, we can start to prepare for our journey. Ask what Mel has done. In the last hunt, you used the wrong elixir, says Reese. The dragon went mad and our comrade got eaten. You will not be here. You will not be here if Mel is right. The little one turns around and snaps. I said the vial was the right one. It's not my fault if the elixir inside is the wrong one. The last time Brill failed them. The tension starts building up, but Reese calms everyone with a scream. It's time to move. Let's go. You help the hunters in preparing the equipment. You talk for a while and you ask them what they did before. Reese was a mercenary before creating his company. Gorm fought in the arenas. He liked risking his life for fame. Bryn was always a huntress, only now she wants to hunt bigger prey. Mel was an alchemist. He has done spending his time in the laboratory, and hunting dragons is a more profitable activity. Alright, come on, let's go. Everything is ready! Let's go, let's go, let's go! You just need supplies. Reese sends you to buy the necessary items at the market. The food is scarce and expensive because of the dragon, but the money given to you by Reese is enough for you to get a fair amount. As you go back, a woman with her 3 children stops you. They are dirty and oh, come on, are you kidding me right now? I'm going to fight the dragon and a woman just starts like begging for me to give the money. Oh, come on, that's give her the food. Oh, come on, that's bull crap. Give her a loaf of bread. I mean, I'm sorry, but come on. We need this to fight the dragon. Jesus, okay, that was a very somewhat absurd and not very well placed thing. You know, you're preparing to fight a dragon, and you know it's all going. It's like it's a big thing in a, you know, and you see someone begging for some food. Come on, that doesn't happen. Come on, really. Well, of course, fighting dragons doesn't happen, but that line was poorly placed, I think. You march all day, and in the evening you start to camp. Reese says that the lair is not too far. Tomorrow at this time you will have already killed the dragon or became its lunch. You are starving, but the rations are enough for everyone. You organize some guard shifts and go to sleep. The following morning you are all ready and get back on the road. A while after getting back on the road, you encounter a dozen men. They're armed, but they do not look like soldiers, let alone friendly. A tattooed man with long hair comes to you and says no one can enter the swamp without the permission of the dragon. You will need to leave and pay 50 gold each for your transgression. Reese looks at you. Have an idea? Or will we need to take these skulls as trophies? Take control of the situation. You already defeated this guy. The chief stares at you for a while, then utters, "Oh no, not you again." Some men are whispering insults under their breath once they have recognized you. Last time you saw each other in the village they were trying to raid, you forced them to retire. You recall him that and advise him to make scares before it's too late. Just bugger off. The chief feels embarrassed while he remembers the gaffe they made, and he says to the others to go away immediately. The bandits leave quietly and you can carry on your way. Suckers! Bandits. So these are weak bandits, seriously. Very weak. You arrive at the lair of the dragon. A band of orcs of the clan is awaiting in the vegetation. They tell you the dragon is inside. Reese starts to give orders to his men and the orcs. He tells the bandits to wait until you do your job. Very good, let's see how you can help us, the hunter said, then adds, you can help Grom immobilize the dragon, Brim and Mel at distracting it, or me at weakening it. Okay, well, let's see. Immobilize the dragon, distract it, weaken it. So weakening it probably would be fighting. Immobilize, but I don't know what to choose. Grom immobilize. So that, I think that means fighting. Distracting. I can distract it with magic. Okay, you reach the two hunters. They are deciding where to position themselves while they wait for the dragon. Reese sent you to get in my way? Bryn said rudely. Follow this madman and make sure that he does not set himself on fire, the hunters added. I can take care of myself, Bryn. You are the one going to face the dragon with a few sticks, Mel replied. They look at you waiting for your response. I'm going to go with Mel because he's the alchemist. You decide to go with Mel. Bryn goes in one direction and you two go on the other one. As you go, the hunter gives you a vial of alchemical fire. Be careful not to spill it out. Everyone is in position. A little group of orcs go inside the cave, and a moment after, a feral scream rises from the deeps. You see the orcs run away while the dragon chases them. Gorn quickly taps the dragon, but the beast does not seem happy. It turns to him, ready to incinerate him. Ready to incinerate him? Keep the vial. You indulge for a moment. Mel throws one of his vials, which misses the target. The beast uses his flaming breath on Gorn, who manages to dodge it by letting the dragon go and driving towards the shelter. The dragon is now free. Great. The dragon rages wild. You suffer several losses, but the dragon is weakened. Suddenly, the dragon rises on its hind legs and roars. Enough! Then it slams the ground with its front legs. The ground shakes and everyone loses balance. You really think that some little creatures like you can even bother me? Screams the dragon with a deep voice. I will crush you like insects. Its voice is hypnotic. By listening to its words, you become dazed. You look around and you notice everyone is scared, including the hunters. This is not simple fear. The dragon is using some sort of supernatural ability. Hi, Jill. Hello. Hello. Focus anima. Try to recover instinct. Break the effect with a counter spell. Let's do that. You quickly pronounce the words of the spell and you focus to free all the warriors by their fear. Some of them look around confused. They do not understand this swift change of mind, while others already go back to fight. This spell was successful! Yes! Come on, dragon. The fight resumes and now you are involved in first person. It's time to unleash the weapon and kill the dragon. The dragon is battered. Keep striking. Let's go for an exorcism. Come on. The dragon is battling with a nice blow. Okay, but... okay. Let's attack. Oh, come on. It gave me 8 health. Go to Mel, who's waving at you. Come on, quickly. You reach the alchemist. He says that it's time to use the elixir, but you must throw it. You notice he suffers a bad blow. His arm is battered. You firmly grab the vial and throw it towards the dragon. It breaks down on its legs. The beast begins to smell the air and looks around frightened. Oh, it's frightened by the fire. Reese orders to intensify the assault. The dragon shakes and cannot coordinate itself anymore. It falls on the ground and the warriors attack relentlessly. Wow, with only 1 health left. The following battle is a mess. The mighty beast is mangled by the rushing wall of warriors, and in a matter of moments it stops moving. The survivors exult and celebrate over the hulk of the dragon. Your quest is over. You start to mend the wounded and uncover the fallen ones. You also explore the lair of the dragon for the treasure, and the reward fully repays your efforts. Reese thanks you for your help, and you go back to the inn. Wow. So I almost died. It took 8 health. Wow. Out of 9. Wow. That was insane! Neither of the dragons can stop you now. And I unlocked a new background, the Brute. And a new race, the Orc! Yes! We unlocked the Orc. The news of your success will spread throughout the kingdom. Oh yeah! Who's the coolest dwarf? Who's the coolest dwarf? Who's the most courageous of the dwarfs? I am, obviously. Not the richest one, but the most courageous one. Congratulations! Great job, adventurer. The king has no new quests for you at the moment, because the king is in early access. However, the king's trustworthy assistants are working on scattering annoying goblins, mighty swords, dragons, demons, damsels in distress, trolls on a verge of extinction, unicorns across the kingdom of just one line. Come back every now and then to check for new epic quests. Or instead of just coming back for new epic quests, just have just one line installed and, you know, check for updates, you know. Check, just leave it and just leave it installed on Steam and wait until it gets updated. Nice. 60 days. The alliance of our brave soldiers, expert dragon hunters, and the peerless orcs of the Bloody Sail clan have killed the dragon, the same dragon who infested the southern sector of the kingdom. The skull of the beast was brought to the palace of the king and displayed in the audience hall as a symbol of the power of our kingdom in those difficult times. Wow. So I don't know how much money I got. None, apparently, or very little money, because I only have 465, but we did it! We finished all the missions available at this point in just one line, and we of course, you know, checked how the orc, how the dwarf is, the dwarf character, and we unlocked the orc, so that's pretty cool. There's one more character to unlock, the elf, one more race to unlock, the elf, and I think I unlocked a few more backgrounds too. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, everyone, that was just one line. If you want to try it yourself and, you know, try a different race, maybe try the orc or try the human, or, you know, unlock the elf and try that, and you know, you want to do the adventures in, you know, different ways, maybe help them, maybe be more honorable, let's say, sometimes in your endeavors, then check out Just One Line. It is available, as I mentioned, in early access on Steam. It's $9.99, so $10 a euro, available for Windows and Linux. If you don't know, if you're on the fence, then you can also check out the demo. Again, check out the Steam page. There's a demo available. You can download that for free, play it, and, you know, if you like it, consider getting the full game, which again, it's going to get more content in the next, well, probably like 9 months, 6 months, something like that. More, yeah, definitely more quests, maybe more locations, more items, hopefully more items, definitely. So yeah, that's pretty cool. there's a lot of text to it, you know, so you have to like text-based stuff, right? You have to like to read in your games. You know, this isn't Dragon Age Inquisition, right? You have to read a lot, and you know, keep that in mind. If you like this genre, then just one line. It's I really like that it's the play on it, right? Because it is text-based, but it has some visuals. You know, you go around various places, you actually see your character, you see, you know, how your character looks equipped with certain items. So I like that. I like that little small. Well, it's not a small touch because, you know, graphics aren't a small thing. But yeah, it's pretty cool, so check it out on Steam. Again, everyone, this is Just One Line from JOL Studios, which I guess it means Just One Line Studios. Thanks again, everyone, for watching. If you like this live stream and me defeating the dragon, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the other content I put on the channel, subscribe and tell every single person you know that is interested even remotely in PC games. Tell them about youtube.com/cryptic hybrid. Also, if you want to support me, check out the back catalog of almost 1200 videos. I uploaded a video earlier today of an upcoming point-and-click adventure game that's on Kickstarter, so check that out, and use the Amazon links in the description below if you want to support me financially, but at no cost to you. So basically, you just if you want to buy anything from Amazon, you use the appropriate affiliate link from the description, and when you spend money there, a small percentage of that cash money is redirected to me, and hopefully keeps everything alive. And again, that's at no cost to you. Don't pay more for items if you use the affiliate link. Thanks again, everyone, for watching. My throat really hurts from talking so much, but it's... Yes, we killed the dragon! I mean, come on, that's awesome. That is awesome. It's better to have like a little, you know, a sore throat than to be a dead dragon. So between having a between being a dead dragon and being a dwarf with a sore throat, I'll take the dwarf, obviously, anytime, at any point in the day. Thanks again, everyone, for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow for a new live stream. Until the next time we see each other, thank you again, and have an awesome day.